is protected, is taken care of. That we have an audit trail on how the item's taken in, where it's sitting, and how it's disposed of.
Some challenges that we had before were inventories were very lengthy. We would have tables full of binders and printouts with all of our paper records, and it would take 3 people many days to go through and correspond all of those records with the items that we had on our shelving.
When I asked our property manager how many items we had in the room, at this point, it couldn't be answered. After doing a manual report, we found out we were over 7,500 items in our evidence room.
Items were logged on a spreadsheet that if we needed to do a purge, a spreadsheet would then get sent to the sergeant, and they would have to go and research and find out whether or not they would approve those items being disposed of.
And it just seemed that there had to be a better system out there. I turned to some agencies that have tried and true methods of processing evidence. And one of those agencies recommended File on Queue and their Evidence on Queue system. And I just did a quick walkthrough and immediately was able to pick up on how easy the system was for retrieving items and then actually creating a disposition for those.
Evidence on Queue is a product that can work for you. Instead of you adapt to it, it can adapt to you.
We were able to design our fee sheet that the officers will see where they're just on one page. They're able to do all of their work on that one page and not have to change their processes too much.
Our last dispo process for 2018, we were able to dispose of approximately 2,000 items. We went from about 7,500 items in our property room down to about 5,500 items in 1 year, and that was amazing for us.
The ability to know how much money is in the safe, whether we need to look at disposing or putting that into the bank account, knowing how many weapons we have, knowing how many items we have set for destruction to plan a burn, all of those are very important to me and have been very useful.
As far as someone who has to keep track of every single item in this room, I feel like I can manage it a lot better than I could before.
I feel very confident that all of our items are accounted for, they're in the proper location, or we can show how they were disposed of properly. Our process wasn't where it needed to be when I took over property and evidence, and we needed to find a system that made my job much easier, and Evidence on Queue does that.